ahead, Slim. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. No. Why it's easy.
Give your best quapa hoop, and you can do it as loud as you want. 1, 2, 3.
Held a classic Great Books seminar on the island, on a remote island in the middle of nowhere, and I'm not even sure what island it was because that old river was switching around so much. And I kind of got confused when I jumped in the water and it spun me around 1,000 times and then spit me back out. But
he's the guy of tonight with this book. I haven't had a chance to read it, but I have to read it now after meeting him. So if you get a chance to buy one, go ahead and buy one. I'm going to buy one, so save one for me. And, you know, I'm not going to take up too much time because you guys got to meet this guy. Come on up here, Jim, wherever you're at.
I'm hiding behind. And I know the people of Clarksdale, I know you know this, but what you have here is very, very, very special. Both in this wonderful town and, you know, the openness and the friendliness you have to outsiders. You know, people like Huck Finn coming down the river, don't know anybody, and yet leave this town feeling welcome and feeling like they've come to a place without a lot of trouble. The folks at Quapaw have just been like family to us on the river after just a couple of days. And they're unveiling this glorious river right in the heart of our country that very few people know about. And they're sharing it with people all over the world here. So our thanks to Quapaw. So I'm going to start with a little bit and then skip a little bit. 3 signposts in Don's early life pointed to his calling to become a healer. And I'm going to skip to the second one. The second sign of Don's destiny came when he was 9. He and his mother had taken their usual walk to Harlan's corner store for the makings of lunch and supper. While his mother was inside, Don waited outside the store and watched the people go by. A dark-skinned black man sat on the curb with his head in his hands, an empty pint bottle of something labeled Red Rose at his feet. Alongside him was a clear plastic bag knotted to the end of a galvanized metal pole where a fishing net once had been attached. The bag bulged with faded shirts, a stained coat, single socks, and a half-spilled bag of potato chips. As Don watched, the man lifted his head and talked first to one hand and then the other. "There ain't no way I'm going with that. She don't know nothing. I'd be liable." He didn't meet at least 2 of Don's mother's criteria. But all the same, Don sat down on the curb a safe distance away to listen to the conversation the man was having with his hands. The man turned his head toward the young visitor and stared past the boy through cloudy white corneas. His face was as black as the magic 8-ball Don's mother had denied him for Christmas, and seemed every bit as likely to hold secret answers. A ridge scar ran down across the ridge of his nose, from the brow of one unseeing eye to the cheek of the other. He grabbed a beaten-up, child-sized guitar leaning against the curb and began to play. "Training up to Chicago, get drunk as I could be. training up to Chicago, get drunk as I could be. Pray to dead up there, take my soul, I don't care. Woo! 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 Training in on Chicago, riding on a deadline. Woo! 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 Training in on Chicago, riding on a deadline. Don't nobody know me, they're the dead, they feel just fine. Training up to Chicago, babe, darkness falling on me. Training up to Chicago, darkness falling on me. Rumbling deep in my soul, Lord, it's a-comin' for me. The man let the last chord ring out in silence, and for a long time neither of them said a word. The little boy broke the silence with his mother's words. Sounds like you had a mighty hard time. What brought you here? The man touched the empty bottle of red rose beside him. That drink's what done brought me here. Made me so I can't live with nobody else. Nobody'll have me, not even my mama. Hate to tell a boy like you, but guess there's no one else to tell. Chasing that red rose right there, that's what brought me here. And just about killed me at least 8 times. Cats only got 9, you know. So where do you want to go now? Might as well admit to you. Where I really want to go is home to Memphis. Chicago, this ain't my place. This was just a hole I ran into where my people wouldn't see me. I wasn't worth seeing. But my people, my mama, she's in Memphis, and she's sick too, mightn't be there long. Seeming to forget the boy, he crooned, guess I must be leaving now. Red rose, your bloom is gone. Guess I must be leaving now. Red rose, your bloom is gone. Time I must be moving on. Red rose, your day is done. Don's mother pulled her 2-wheeled grocery cart out the front door of Harlan's corner store and spotted her son on the curb alongside an unkempt man playing a guitar. Her eyes moved from the grizzled man to the empty bottle in the gutter beside him. Come on, Dante, it's time to go home. Don hopped up from the curb, but a black hand shot out fast as lightning, took Raquel's hand, his mother, and held it tight. Excuse me, ma'am. Forgive me, ma'am. But you need to know, you got yourself a fine boy. That boy showed me. He showed me what I needed to see. He's a natural born hero. Sure enough, and you need to know. The old man let go of Raquel's hand and turned his unseeing eyes back toward the street. He lifted up his guitar again and sang, I'm a no-count broken man. I done the best I could. I'm a no-count broken man. I done the best I could. Maybe now I've been broken. I'll be leaving here for good. They never saw him around Old Town again, but Raquel Newman never forgot that day and the prophecy of the blind man from Memphis.